You're watching on social media, go ahead and share this out. Let me know what you got going on today. Today's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about a couple events that are coming up at Watergrove Event Venue. It's a wedding venue in Dickinson, Texas, right at Water Street, I-45, the feeder. They have a beautiful brand new sign up. I got Catherine in studio. I'm going to kick it on the FM. We're going to get her introduced, and we're going to be learning about a pop-up event taking place in November. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio. Right now it's 9:09. In the morning on a Friday, this is Kickstart. My name is Gardy, and I have a guest in studio, and I'm going to let her introduce herself and then share the name of the venue that she's here with today.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Catherine Rudolph, and I am one of the owners at Watergrove Event Venue in Dickinson, Texas. We are a wedding and special event venue, and I'm really excited to be here today.
All right, and there's a lot of things that are going on in the area. There's a lot of events that are coming back. Weddings have been coming back. And it looks like there's a couple events that are coming up really quick at y'all's venue.
Yeah, we have a couple of things that are open to the community. On August 22nd, we have a bridal show. We've got about 30 vendors that are going to be there. I mean, everything from hair and nails to flowers to, of course, the most amazing venue you could possibly book at Watergrove. And a lot of great things, some treats that you can get and just samples and stuff like that, so you can taste food and all kinds of the good stuff. And then on November the 13th, we're doing our very first ever pop-up event, which is like the mini weddings, but we're doing 8 of them in a day. And we're teaming up with, we're the venue for the event, and it's Pop-Up Wedding Houston with Miss Yvette. And I'm really excited about this, and I hope to do a whole lot more in the future.
We actually have Miss Yvette calling in from Houston. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited that you were able to call in. Can you tell us a little bit about your business, and what does a pop-up wedding look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So the concept actually has been in the Houston area for 5 years. But, man, the unfortunate part of COVID was the fortunate part of my business model is completely set up, the smaller micro pop-up, whatever fun term you want to give it, to really serve our community and avail a way for everyone to be able to still get married. But at its birth and conceptualization, it really is 90 minutes. It's smaller, it's more intimate, but it is power-packed with everything that a couple would still want to have during their wedding, so they can still obviously get married, do a toast, cut the cake, first dances, photographer. So it really truly is an amazing experience. But all those things are included. The only reason people call it micro or pop-up is because it usually is smaller in size, and then the time frame is smaller.
So who is this for? Like, who is the target audience?
You know what? Right now, my target audience are people who are fed up with not finding the location. They're tired of wedding planning. They don't like the stress of it. They want something more intimate. They know that they don't want a larger guest count. They want something that's faster, so because our dates, people book 2 to 6 months in advance, and they love the thought process that it is completely planned. It's decorated. We have all the venues. Vendors, we have amazing people like the Watergrove who are participating and offering their venues as well, and they say to themselves, this is such an easy process and we want to be a part.
What other venues have you done this at in the Houston area?
The number one venue I do, most of it is at a venue up in the Tomball, Cypress area called Mia Bella Houston, and the reason we partnered all of during COVID together, we've done over 75 pop-up events already.
Wow.
It just seems to be, in the very beginning, remember it was really crazy when we could only have 10 people events. It just seemed to really work, and we kind of figured out the secret sauce and, doing an experience where it still feels very luxury, but it's not with that luxury price, and so we call it more practical pricing. So the experience that you get for 90 minutes is if you walked into a 200-person wedding, and the average cost for a wedding these days in Houston is kind of driving up. It used to be $35,000, but I don't know if anybody else has noticed the inflation, but things are getting more expensive, and so that price for a wedding just keeps getting higher and higher. So we have online, we have a bunch of dates that we offer right now. The Sam Houston Hotel, and we have a really fun experience that we're planning for April of next year at the Rocking Star Ranch in north of Houston.
What kind of prices can people expect at a pop-up wedding?
Right now, I would say if, the experiences we have are the best practical way to go, and they're ranging between $6,900 and $7,900 for 25 people. And let me explain what that includes, because, you might have some listeners out there that go either, what, that's amazing, or what, what all's included. So it's a champagne toast, their officiant, a photographer, floral, it's completely decorated. We already have all the rentals, their personal planner, and then two really amazing items that are probably the showstoppers of the event. Number one, we include a 360 photo booth, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, but basically you stand on the platform and a video camera goes all the way around you 360 degrees. So at the end of it, you get a 8 to 10 second clip of you on the platform. It's super fun, and then you can upload that to any social media platform. And then probably the most convenient and the popular item would be live streaming. So we found during COVID what was really, hard for everybody is they still wanted to get married, but, the most closest people to you were not able to travel. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to be, out and about, which is completely understanding, but you still want to share that moment with your loved ones. So we have an actual live streaming company. It's called Double Oaks. And they come in and they do it's like a production. They have multiple cameras. They have graphics. They allow you to put up pictures. And at the end of it, you get your own personal link for your wedding that everybody saw online. And now it's yours to keep forever. You can download it, and it's going to be yours for the next 50 years.
That's awesome. Live streaming was a big part of last year, especially for weddings and events. Is there any other Is there any other, I guess, things that became new in the wedding industry based on last year besides live streaming?
New. I don't know if you call gift boxes new, but I think that's a trend that picked up a lot of momentum, where people would send gifts, like a little gift box, to mm-hmm. the actual people that are watching the live streaming, just to try to incorporate or kind of do a little hybrid of, hey, we know you couldn't come, but maybe here's some cookies, some snacks, something to drink, really enjoy the moment as you're watching with us. Know that this is more of an experience, and we really wanted to include you.
Catherine, how excited are you to have this event come to Watergrove?
Yeah, we're very excited. I've never done one like this before, where there's 8 weddings that happen in a day, but our facility is really beautiful and set up for it, and I think that it's going to be good. I'm excited to work with Yvette. We're using the vendors that she's talking about, and then also some other ones that work directly with our venue. And I think, Yvette, if I'm correct, this is the first one that you've done further south. Is that right? Most of the things you do are up in Houston.
Yes, I'm actually involved with a wonderful wedding group that is down there. I get to come visit. I try at least every 3 months, and I have always wanted to do an event like that. So when you and I talked, it just is a perfect combination, and I'm so thankful that I call it the crazy train, that you were willing to jump on the crazy train and say, yes, let's do this, because it really is. It's different. And, it's the crazy enough thing is, when I started it 5 years ago, everyone was just telling, what are you doing? This is, go big or go home, or go big in Texas or go home. So I said, no, there's really people out there that, they don't want something so big. They want something more intimate, but they really don't have the resources to turn to. So I'm really happy that I've been able to do that. But now it's more than a trend. I mean, it really is, I think, something that's going to stay forever. And I've been, in magazines, on TV, you see it more readily. They're doing segments everywhere I turn. I'm going, wow, this is so great that it's no longer a what. It's more now people go, oh, yeah, I heard of that. So the market's opened up, but I really don't think it's going to go away, because I feel like, and when I see with my clients, this opportunity gives them almost the availability now to do what they really want to do. And I hate to say it, like, kind of gives them a right, but gives them more of the availability to say, hey, we do want smaller. Other people have been doing it. It does work. breaking some of these traditions that we've had for so many years in weddings, being able to wear whatever you want to wear, being able to meet, invite the people you want to. But then, like I said, you have the live streaming where you may feel like you're cutting down your guest count, but ultimately you can invite 2,000 people if you wanted to watch you live.
Mm-hmm. What have you had the opportunity to go check out Watergrove, and have you walked it and looked at it? What did you think about it?
Oh, hands down, absolutely. Where it's located, it's super convenient. But it's set back enough where you feel like you are on your own piece of property. The grass is green, the trees. It is such a beautiful venue. And Watergrove is the first. This is going to be a first ever, and I don't even know if anybody in the greater Houston or even America has ever done these smaller, whether you want to call them micro or pop-ups, with 8 in one day. But the venue is completely built to handle it, and the way we're going to set it up, it's going to be great. But yes, it is. I love it too because it has a modern feel, but it also is very traditional and very well kept. So it's a beautiful venue.
So I think it starts at 11 in the morning, and then the last one is starting at 7, and then I guess there's 2 different sections set up. Is that how it's working, Catherine?
Yeah, so there's the ballroom and then our terrace room. So the terrace room has an indoor-outdoor space that you could use for the wedding if the weather's good and if that's something that you want to do. And then the ballroom is, what you would think. It's that big traditional ballroom with the chandelier in the middle. So it's got a little more space. I think that's where the 360 photo booth is also for the clients who choose that section. But I'm just so excited about having it there because I agree. I think it's set up perfectly for something like that. And I think, Yvette, at the last one, the 7 p.m. time, so there's 2 weddings that'll go on in each time slot. But the one at 7 p.m., you have the option of adding a dinner. Is that right?
That is correct. So the first 3 time slots are 90 minutes. And they do have the option if they want to add on those time slots if they want to do past appetizers. But the last time slot is scheduled from 7 to 10, and that is for someone who wants to actually have more of a sit-down dinner and 3-hour experience. So it's really the best of both worlds. Both sides of the venue are going to be completely decorated different. So the terrace is going to have a more minimalistic white and black feel to it, very elegant. And then the ballroom side is going to have more of not quite totally a boho, but more of that pompous grass, more relaxed kind of vibe with the fall colors.
And we've got some pictures up on our platforms too, on Facebook and Instagram, so you can go and kind of get a little bit of an idea so you can find what you're vibing with, right? Which one of them would fit your wedding and your profile a little bit better.
Yvette, you were saying that you think this is going to be the first time where there's 2 events simultaneously going on that you know of, right?
A total of 8. We could be doing some groundbreaking things here, but a total of 8 weddings.
So the only thing that I could see happening is if I'm going to one wedding as a guest and I see that they're having more fun on the other side, then I'd probably just be tempted to go over there and be like, they got a 360 photo booth. What's up, guys? And then you just make friends and you leave and you have 2 friends you need to congratulate that day. But I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that, just being friendly as long as everyone's cool with it.
That is funny. Well, we do have the times staggered a little bit. So while one group is coming in, it will be set up that way. But let's just say this. Most people, when they are done, the first thing out of their mouth is I go, hey, what you guys think? They look at me and they go, this is so much more than we could even imagine. It's hard to explain to someone that you can have just an amazing time with 25 people for 90 minutes with that kind of experience. Because what I try to explain is, hey, listen, think of it like this. When you go to a wedding, it's the ceremony and the cocktails and waiting, the couples doing their pictures and everything, and then they go right into their dances, parental dances, cutting of the cake, toasting, whatever. We're really doing all of those things in 90 minutes. So it's fun, and it truly is an experience. So for those people that may look over at the other 360 photo booth, believe me, they're going to have just an amazing time on the other side of the venue. Both of them are going to be great.
That's awesome. So that's going to be November the 13th, starting at 11 a.m. That's a Saturday, so maybe you're trying to plan your wedding, book a wedding. Catherine, how can they get a hold of you or Yvette?
So they can call us at the venue. They can call Yvette directly. She's Pop-Up Weddings Houston. You'll find her on Facebook, Instagram, pretty much all social platforms. We are Watergrove Events. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. You can message us there, comment on one of our posts that we have up, and we can get you all the information and get you booked in that perfect time slot and in the perfect room for you and your big day.
Yvette, is there anything else you'd like to share about Pop-Up Weddings Houston or November the 13th or anything at all?
I just say call. If you have any questions after listening to all this, we said it really quickly. I will be happy to take the time to explain the services and how amazing this is. And if you are looking for something that is really not stressful at all, super easy, very convenient, this is going to be for you. And I do know that people are experiencing right now, because we just had, a year and a half of people not having weddings, which goes into now those people want to get married, plus the new people that are getting engaged that are finding. So things are booking up very quickly. If this is of interest to you, I would do it right away, because the people that are calling me are saying that even the bigger venues are getting booked up really quick as we go into the fall time. And so if you are feeling that stress of, oh my gosh, where do I even turn? You can turn to myself or turn to Catherine, and we'll be happy to help you.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick break on the FM. We're going to keep it going on Facebook and our social media platforms, so make sure you go follow us there at KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. All right. So we're still on social media. Yvette, thank you so much. And I'm excited for that day. I'm supposed to be out there as well, so it'll be a good time.
Yes, and thank you so much for just including me, inviting me on. And, of course, you can tell I get really excited about talking about pop-ups. So thank you. And if Catherine can hear me, thank you, too.
Yeah, absolutely. It was nice chatting with you. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we're still on social media. If you're watching, are you looking forward to a wedding this year? Maybe you know somebody else who is. I'm going to let this song play, and then we're going to go back on, and we can talk more about that August 22nd event, and maybe even about VBS if you're open to that.
Absolutely.
As well. So I got Chef Jimmy. Hey, there's an event. It's going to be, where's that going to be at? I know it's on this Sunday, Chef Jimmy. You were going through some medical stuff, and there's an event to raise some funds. So I'm going to try and get out there between church services if I can. It's over on 6th Street, I believe. So yeah, hey, things are going well here, and I pray things are going good and better for you as well. And let me know if there's anything I can do to help. So I guess we can talk a little bit about VBS. Actually, no, we can't. Here we go. I'm going to go on. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:27. I have Catherine Rudolph with Watergrove Event Venue in studio, and we're talking about everything that has to do with pop-up weddings, everything that has to do, I guess, with getting married.
Yeah.
And there's an event coming up in August 22nd. What do we have?
We've got a bridal show that we're going to be doing at Watergrove from 2 to 5, so it's just a few hours. So you'll have to come in quick and see all of our vendors. We've got about 30 different vendors that are going to be there. Some great samples for like food for our caterers and people that we work with, and florals, everything, anything you could want for a wedding. We tried to find a vendor and put them there so that you could get an idea of, pricing and availability and how that could tie in with your wedding day. So it's going to be a fun event. It's free. It's open to anybody that wants to come and walk around and look at stuff. So we hope you'll come out.
So this is not the first vendor event that y'all have done.
Right.
How many have y'all done before? Is it at least one or two?
We've done one before. Yeah, this is our second one. We did one earlier in the year in January, and then this is the one that we're doing, obviously, at the end of summer.
Yes. What have you learned from that first one that you changed and made different for this second one?
I think the biggest thing that we took away from it was the timing for it. The day also. Sunday seems like the perfect day. We ran it on a Saturday before, and Sunday just seems like a better day. And then crossing our fingers that there's not going to be a storm blowing through this time.
Oh, yeah. Nobody has anything going on a Sunday. That's not the busiest day for anybody ever, right? So 2 to 5, that's between Abundant Life's church services.
Right.
There's a lot of responsibilities and things that we get to do and are fortunate to do with and for Abundant Life. So it kind of fits in there perfectly.
Yeah, it's going to be a party.
I've been a vendor at events.
Right.
And even if it's like sometimes can be a long day. Even if it's busy, it's like, oh my gosh, if it was like a 10-hour, 8-hour event,
yeah,
it's just a little bit in my opinion, it's like too long. Some people probably, if you have multiple waves coming in, I don't know, but
yeah, I think the other one that we did was just too long. I mean, we had a ton of vendors. Everything was perfect as far as that, but yeah, the weather wasn't our friend that day, and I think the length of it, if we do something that's a little bit shorter, and Sunday seems to be like the prime day for wedding events like that. So hopefully this one will be really well attended.
Yeah, so I talked to Pastor Howell about this, and I don't think I talked to you about this yet.
Okay.
About an event that I would love to do at Watergrove, and he was like, yeah, that's fine, do it. I was like, okay, sweet. And I was like, maybe I should bring it up to Catherine. This was months
Please
ago.
do.
This was months ago. I was like, I just have the date, it's going. But I want to do, so they have these sneaker conventions, right? And they usually rent out George R. Brown, or they have even some bigger venues or smaller ones. But what you do, it's the exact same thing. And now the thing is they make them like it's like a flea market is what they say. So it'll be like thrift sneakers. Some of these sneaker stores or like sneaker culture items will come in.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome because
I do too.
It's set up perfect for it.
Yeah, let's do it. That sounds like fun.
Okay.
I'm down for any kind of event like that.
Today.
I think that they're great. Today.
What time is it? It's 9:30.
It's 9:30. So.
If I leave now, I'll let you end the show. I can go get all my shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right.
You could stock the whole show.
Yeah, but that would be a lot of fun. I know a lot of people, and there's some sneaker shops I know too. So
yeah, that would be
cool.
fun.
Yeah, there was one point I was trying. This was before it was Mainland City Center. I wanted so where Toxic City Comics was, which the gentleman who ran that went through some health stuff, and I pray for him and his family, and I know he's doing better than he was.
Yeah.
But they shut that down. I was like, I want that spot because it was a really good spot. But
yeah.
I think that there's a lot that's going on there, and then they rebranded Mainland City Center and all that stuff. But that's what I had wanted to do. Me and my friend Austin. This was probably about before we started Del Tigre. So probably about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But
just tie it into Del Tigre.
I know you could.
Line. Yeah.
You could. So, is there anything else that you'd like to share? Oh, VBS next week.
VBS next week. So that's here at the church at Abundant Life. So traditionally, the church has been here for 36 years, and we've always had a vacation Bible school that's bigger than just the church. Mm-hmm. We opened it to community. We contact daycares around here and just give them an opportunity. They treat it like a field trip. So we get those kids, they're able to come in and participate. And last year was the first time in the history of the church, so we've not had an in-person VBS. Mm-hmm. So we did our digital version, which was a lot of fun. And, kids enjoyed doing it. We had packets that you could pick up. And so you had all of your crafts and your snack and everything like that. So we brought back in person this summer. So we're really excited about it. And it kicks off on Tuesday. So in our Sunday services, obviously we have those themed out. But Tuesday through Friday, we'll be here on the campus starting at 9 o'clock. And everything in full swing. So their music, their crafts, their snacks, dances, some special friends that they're going to meet that week. The conductor is going to be with us.
It's exciting.
It is. Yeah. You're running everything. We've got Jim's Jungles doing a petting zoo for us on Friday for the kids. So it'll be a lot of fun. We've got a parent party, too, on Friday where they can come, and we're going to showcase the kids and their crafts, their activities, their songs that they've learned, all the good stuff, so moms and dads can see them and be proud of what they've accomplished.
What's the theme of the VBS?
The theme is the Rocky Railway. See? I did it.
You did, yeah.
Nice try.
I was just wondering what the theme was, and it seems like it's going to be fun. I'm excited for the conductor.
I am too. I wish he could be here this morning, but he was out working. He was too busy.
Is he related to the guy that's been helping us in the past, like from different areas?
Safari Steve?
Yeah.
He is related. They're brothers.
That makes sense.
Very, very interesting pair, those two.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's exciting. There's a lot going on in the community, and I know there's a lot going on at Abundant Life, at Watergrove, and in Galveston County. But if you have something going on and you're watching on social media or you're listening on 99.5 FM, feel free to send me an email, KHEA@KHEARadio.com, or in the comments of Facebook or wherever. So thank you, Catherine, for hanging out today.
Absolutely.
It's KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.